like that. Blazing out of my sack. Hot bot with the fitted and the throwback hat. Easily yo, got them girls screaming my name. Man, I'm fueled by the fame. Plus I'm wild and untamed.
Laxing Benz.
Laxing Benz, baby.
How many of us have them with big rims?
With the big rims on it.
Ones you can depend on. Laxing Benz.
Laxing Benz, baby.
How many of us have them?
How many of us have
rims?
With the big rims.
Ones you can depend on.
Did you see the Benz from photo lack? I'm stacked with more dinges than the hate I get. You settle for less than winning. My rims spinning and paint flipping. I'm shifting through cars. Ride living a high life like I'm flipping through Mars. Valet park and peep clues from that choose. Boss Pimp that's shining when they come through. It's on you if you wanna get in. If not, I'm still gon' grin when I'm in the wind. Sippin' serving hen in the new Benz. New edition from midst to live men. From pippin' and pins to taking trips to Dominican with plenty kin. Just to ride on fake, just trying to blend in.
Laxing Benz.
Laxing Benz, baby.
How many of us have them with big rims?
With the big rims, baby.
Ones you can depend on.
I can depend on mine.
Laxing Benz.
Tell you, Laxing Benz.
How many of us have them with big rims?
With the big rims, baby.
Ones you can depend on. Laxing Benz.
I'm flipping the air all day. A certified country boy that don't play. I'm a go-getter type. That's what I am. That's why I'm pushing the Benz. And you riding in the van. This is getting serious. About a minute when I'm up in it. I'm in it to win it, cause ain't no bullshit. It's a hit. That mean we getting rich. So guard your grill, pop your collar if you feel it. A certified block bleeder. Step wrong, I'ma beat him. Smoke his like a cheater. Now he's all in the days. Got the going crazy. Laxing Benz that we roll all day.
Laxing Benz.
Laxing Benz, baby.
How many of us have them with big rims?
With twank, you see.
Ones you can depend on. Laxing Benz.
Talking about them lax.
How many of us have them with big rims?
With big old rims, baby.
Ones you can depend on. Laxing
I pull
Benz.
up in the lack on Vogue, them low pros, car full of tinted windows, I keep them closed, smoke in my nose, letting it blow, deep in the scene, call me outcast, cause I keep the lack fresh and clean, starch in my jeans, keeping it fly, you know what I mean, me and he's elite, step in the club with a jug of
Who flexing? You unwanted with my team. Don't think that we slipping because we gone off that mug mean. Plus I got a full magazine that put your ass on the page that read R.I.P. My G's, drill from these PA streets, infatuated with buckets. Man, we love to squeeze. Come on.
Benz.
Yeah. What? Yeah.
How many of us have them with big rims?
Them big
Ones
rims,
you
baby.
can depend on. Laxing Benz.
Come on.
How many of us have them with big rims?
You know what I'm talking about.
Drill faster than lasting, baby. Straight to the grill.
Coming down slab. Let's go.
I got an 84 candy, Cadillac with rich. Peanut butter insides, I'm riding legit. Come from Port Arthur, Texas, where the hating is up. So getting this who hate my guts, but I ain't giving them one. Cause the truth is really this, I put these on the map. With these vicious ass beats and these country ass raps. Got a team of real killers for the jackers and fakers. Bust your dead up in your ass, send you home to your maker. I'm saying cake up, rock up, putting up in your slut, in a mouth, in a ear, in a the deep eye too, so she can see a Then put my up in a mouth and make it step your game up. I got my change up, switching lane to lane in the V, sipping purple stuff. I bought a Cadillac, dropped it to the concrete. It's UGK for life, you know who run the streets.
Age of 13, that's when I started serving cheese. I had never touched 100, now I play account
by my lack, I told them boys, the Lexus down here in Texas, where we move at work, and we keep a flamethrower underneath our polo shirts. We get to them ounces, we break them down to rocks with a damn razor blade. I commence to chop. I'm busting down bitches, watch me cut them 5 times. Once down the middle, man, and 4 across the side. You can catch me on my grind. See, that's my 9 to 5. Girl, I'm doing whatever it takes, hustling through lunchtime. I lace my people up, man, so they can eat too. If you ain't down with us, then this will you. See, like them boys in blue, man, we stay getting paid. I bought a Cadillac and set that for them blades, yeah. I bought a Cadillac,
Anybody know Bum B to know he the truth. No matter where you see him, in the streets, in the booth, in the club, on them dubs, on the block, it don't matter, man. King of the driller hit you harder than the batarang. So cut the chatter, man, quit the damn gun bumping. You keep it trill, let me hear your trunk hum something. Go pop it open, let the world see. Your flab ain't near about holding, not like Bun B. Look at the tire, my look at the rim. Yeah, you rolling, but not rolling as hard as him. Look at the cannon, my it's like glass. That's 14 coats on your mother. I drop the top, suede headline, show that 2-tone stitch and tuck it or blow your damn mind. He's a Leo on his grind like a trio G should. So don't be surprised when you see us gripping the wood in that
on that freaky ass shit. And still to this day, you like it when I call you. You like it when I bring your ass over and I fuck it. I love it when you gon' take control and you suck it.
You already know what to do. Action.
Hi guys, I hope you're enjoying my OnlyFans.
I'm sure they are. Okay, spread it.
Like
Spread
this, Daddy?
Oh yeah, like that. Now bounce it.
Like that?
Oh yeah, bounce it. Bounce it, baby. Cut.
What's wrong?
I'm about to have to sample that shit.
Yeah, yo. Come on, man. I'm about to have to sample that shit. Know what I'm talking about? We back. You know what I'm talking about? Live, trio casting and lasting. And this one right here, man, this one personal, dog. So I'm glad y'all here with me. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't gonna say I'm feeling down because I ain't gonna claim that. But I just gotta say, man, some days I miss that shit, man. Is that okay? Is that okay that I reminisce a little bit and be missing that trill ass shit? Missing the Pimp, missing them days with UGK Posse, missing them days with Mama West. Is that okay that I go through that, man? Can y'all go through that with me, man? You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying I'm down. I ain't tripping though. But man, some days I miss that shit, dog. Taylor Ray, I appreciate that good soup, that good $4.99. Keep the wheel greased. And then Brandon Tillery came and got the other wheel greased. It's going down, man. But yeah, man, some days, man, when I think about it, man, a nigga really just missed the Pimp and missed that whole UGK Posse shit. And I'ma tell you why, man. everybody was really unique in their own special way. Everybody was really, really unique in their own special way. Pimp himself, you know what I'm saying? He was an extraordinary talent. And he was a very interesting individual. Very interesting. He was the type of person that you couldn't put in the box. When you thought you figured him one way, you really figured wrong. So it would have been best that you just witness him. Instead of trying to say, oh, he like these other dudes that I met before, or he like this dude, or compare him to anybody. I couldn't do that. Because I never met another player like that, you know, since then. A very interesting young man. We were the same age, but he was like an onion. He had so many layers to himself. He had so many layers. But I remember a time, you see, he and I didn't hang around coming up. We knew of each other, you know what I'm saying? We've been in the same circles. We used to speak to each other and whatnot, but we never fucked around one-on-one, never, you know what I mean? And so when I got deep off in the camp and boys started seeing, oh yeah, this nigga here deep in, this nigga wooving in. They probably thought like, oh, mama just fooling with Heezy. Pimp ain't gonna fool with Heezy. Mama just fooling with Heezy. But they figure wrong, you see what I'm saying? And right on time, man, Scott Eric coming here with the big 1999 going hammer, man. Know what I'm talking about? Appreciate that suit, man. We trio casting and lasting. Come on, man. So Scott, them boys figured, man, Pimp ain't gonna fool with this nigga when he get out. That's just mama fooling with this nigga. So when Pimp got out and he started fucking with me tough, tougher than tough skins, you did? They started seeing me and the Pimp rolling too deep. Oh, they say, oh shit, we gonna have to sabotage this shit. What they do? They started talking dime. They started trying to reach that man and fill his head up with all kind of cockamamie. But I ain't never worried, you dig? I ain't never fretted that shit or worried about that shit. Cause I knew whatever they were saying about me was lies. You see, the good thing about me is I claim my work. I was taught as a man to claim my work. So when boys would report to him and give him fugazi conversation or cockamamie conversation about me, I ain't never worry about it, man. Not one time did I ever worry. Cause I knew, man, them niggas got me all wrong. I'm one of the most stand-uppest niggas you could ever meet on this earth. And I ain't telling you that because I'm the most violent nigga. I'm the most gangster nigga. I'm telling you that because I'm the most reliable, trillest niggas you would ever meet. I ain't just gonna tell you some shit to make you feel good. I'm gonna tell you what's real. And sometimes it come across like bad medicine. You see, a lot of people don't like me because I'm willing to tell them like it is. I'm not trying to be confrontational when I'm telling you like it is. That's just the way I live. So it won't be so many bumps under the rug. You see, it's deceptive to sweep things under the rug so often. A lot of people live that way. You can't even walk on their carpet because there's so many bumps in the rug because they sweep things under the rug. For instance, Put yourself in my position. Me and Pimp first deal. The first deal we did. I ain't got to tell y'all the whole story because I already did so many times. Come on, man. But the first business deal we do on breaking bread, when he paid me, you see, I knew at this moment to establish the way we gonna get along for the remainder of us getting along. What you mean by that? It was at that moment when we did the exchange. If I would have just allowed to be paid anything and not say anything about it, that's the way things would have kept going. Not saying he had ill intentions. It's just, if you don't know your worth, I can give you anything and you will accept it. Hit that like button. Share this video. So at that moment, I decided, I don't know how Pimp gonna feel about this here, but I don't feel I was properly compensated, respectfully. I don't mean no disinfect. But respectfully, I want a little bit more of that paper, boss. You know what I'm saying? I want a little bit more of that paper, boss. And that gesture, just that gesture for me telling him, man, I thought I was gonna get a little bit more than that. That didn't earn me him being mad. That earned me his respect, because he knew he's doing business and he know what he worth and he know what he want. So I'm gonna pay my nigga what he worth and pay my nigga what he want. Later on, after doing multiple business deals, that's what a lot of people got to understand. Our existence wasn't just music, it was business of all sorts. He would turn me on to voiceover work. He would turn me on to certain promotions. What do you mean, certain promotions? Basically, he would get me in contact with the label, Jive. He'd get me in contact with the promotional department and tell them to hire me to do the promo in the Golden Triangle. He told him, he said, let me ask y'all this. He say, who do y'all have doing promo in the Golden Triangle? They say nobody. He say, why would y'all not promote in my hometown, my area? They like, do you know anyone? He like, yeah, I know a hell of a hustler, a hell of a promoter. They like, get us in contact with him. He say, bet, I will. And soon as he hung up the phone, he gave me their number and told me to call and ask for this person. And they cut me a check, man. They sent me posters and snippets and promo CDs and flats and, hey man, everything you could name. And they cut me a big old check. And so when I got the check, I say, Pimp, Jive cut that check, man. He say, already, did they give you what you want? I say, yeah. I said, how much I owe you, my nigga? And niggas say, I don't want none of it. I don't want none of it. But I want that soup. I ain't even gonna lie to you, man. I want that soup. I like it and I love it and I want some more of it. Come on, baby. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that $9.99 hitting like chicken, Taylor Ray. And I'm so glad to see you back amongst us. Cause it's been nothing but a sausage party up in this hole. We ain't got a lick of women up in here. You know what I mean? Say, man, I don't know what we got to do to get some woman off in this motherfucker. Yeah, maybe I ain't got no woman stories. I don't know. But who cares? So he told me straight business. Nah, man, I don't want none of that. He said, but what I want to see is the whole city plastered with the promo. Shit, say no more. Nigga, I went summer everywhere. I had UGK posters summer everywhere. You couldn't look, man. People were pulling up on me. Man, let me get a post here, Leo. Say here, Leo, man, let me get a post, man. You know what I'm saying? Then one nigga I know, right? One nigga I know be hating. That nigga say, man, you would sign that hoe? Come on, man. You a hating ass motherfucker. But you want me to sign that bitch, huh? I say, hell yeah, my nigga, I got you. And I wrote my name on that bitch big and ugly, man. You know what I mean? I wrote my name all over that bitch big and ugly. Then I bumped into this little chick. She say, can you write your number on it? I say, nah, dog, I ain't doing no shit like that, you know what I mean? Well, can you sign it for me? Yeah, I signed it, you know what I'm saying? But that's a whole nother story, man. Let me tell you about this little bitch, man, you know what I'm saying? Maybe that's why I ain't got no women come out in here, man, because I'm always on that bullshit. But nah, man, that's either here or there. But like I'm saying, man, it was just a very unique situation, man. And one thing I really loved about the player, to tell y'all a little insight about his personality, he was a hell of a dreamer, but he was a hell of a dreamer that manifests. You did? See, I know a lot of niggas be dreaming, but they don't never manifest a motherfucking thing. This nigga would manifest, man. This nigga would tell me some shit, and probably about a week later, nigga, we be living in that reality. He'll tell me about some shit, and then a few days later, just like he laid it out, we living in that reality. Man, I'ma get this diamond ring, man. That bitch gonna have so many. You know what I'm saying? That nigga was a hell of a dreamer, dog. And I miss that shit. I love being around people who foresee some shit that's not here yet. You know what I mean? I love being around people who see something in the future that's not yet here, and they manifest that shit. You see, I do that shit all the time. But when you're not around people who understand that shit, they look at you crazy. You know? When you're not around people that's used to doing that shit, they look at you like you the odd man out. It's lonely, man. It's lonely. And people feel like because you are such a motherfucking incredible hustler and a dreamer, they can use you. They feel they can use you. So these days, I gotta tone down my light a bit. I gotta dim my light just a little bit. When really I'm 100-watt motherfucking bull, baby. I'm really 100-watt motherfucking bull. But around certain motherfuckers, I dim that hoe. I dim that hoe just a bit, you dig? Cause I get tired of feeling like the odd man out. I don't like talking about the common things. I find myself walking up on circles trying to interject myself, but as soon as I hear the first thing about some motherfucking sports and this and that, I don't want to talk about that shit. So I keep it moving. I live in my own fucking head a bunch, man. You would think that I'm crazy. But in this world, to manifest success and believe in yourself, you gotta be a little crazy, nigga. You gotta be a little crazy. Mama West used to say, anybody who want to do this rap shit like y'all doing got to be out of their motherfucking mind. Mama West used to say straight up, anybody who want to follow in y'all footsteps and do this rap shit got to be crazy. And then she looked at everybody in the kitchen and she said, look at everybody. All these motherfuckers loony. She said, but this is what it's gonna take. Because you have a vivid imagination. So today I was thinking about it. I say, man, I really miss being around all those guys. The creativity, the laughter, the fun, the vibes. Everybody was players, gangsters, hustlers, and pimps. Trill ass niggas, man. Nigga, Ivory P, man. Speak on Ivory P. Y'all don't even understand how real this nigga was. Ivory P was a goddamn fool, man. You know what I'm saying? That nigga used to say, yeah, baby, I'm a crook with good looks. I'm a crook with the good looks. You dig? But this nigga here was ready for war. This nigga was ready for peace. This nigga was ready for, this nigga was ready for anything and everything. And this was a bold motherfucker, man. This nigga was about 6'3", about my height, or maybe a half inch taller. And he was slim built. But he had the heart of a fucking lion. That nigga wasn't scared of shit. That nigga would go somewhere anywhere, man, by his motherfucking self. All over the world. Getting that paper. By his damn self. One night, me and that nigga was rolling. We was on a bullshit mission. I ain't gonna get into detail. We was on a bullshit mission. But I thought I was either about to be robbed, shot, killed. It was some fucked up shit about to go on. We pulled deep off into the hood. And he got out with all his jewelry on. He told me to stay in the car. So he gets out with all his jewelry on. And he goes into the dark. Where all you could see is niggas' gold grills and the whites of their eyes. Now on the passenger side, we was in an Escalade. On the passenger side, you know, I'm looking with my head on a swivel, just kind of doing my own thing, but I'm aware. And dog, I look in the motherfucking rear view on the right, and it's a nigga creeping up on side of the door. I say, damn it, man. I can't remember exactly if I pulled my pistol out. I did something to where I felt a little bit more secure. But if he would have just walked up and started dumping, he would have caught me slipping. But when he snuck up on the side of that bitch, he thought about it. And then that nigga just appeared. But by that time, I had my shit pointed at the door. and I was chilling. He like, what's up? I guess he thought he shocked me or scared me. I seen he wasn't raising nothing, so I didn't do no panic. I'm like, what's up, nigga? Hey, he's Leo, this and that, this and that. I'm like, yeah, nigga. And nigga like, so y'all niggas really was with Pimp C and it? Yeah, nigga, you ain't know. You know, so we have a trill ass quick conversation. And I'm like, God damn, nigga, why you creeping all up on the side of the motherfucking car? Oh man, I'm shit, man. I ain't mean no, yeah, man. Yeah, I ain't mean no harm, my nigga. Yeah. And he looked me in my eyes and shit. Nigga really checking to see if he see some fear or some shit. I ain't gonna bullshit you. I was a little shook. I was shook for the fact things haven't changed much. Back in the day, I started to realize that some of our brothers, we like to provoke each other. We like to see, will a nigga go the extra mile? And sometimes you find out that nigga will. But the way you find it out is you laid up on your back looking up at the sky like, why? What the fuck? How did I get here? But why did you have to even test it? What's the value in it? That's that little boy shit as men. Man, we gotta get the fuck off of that as black men. Oh, that nigga a bitch. That nigga a hoe. What? How do that reward you if somebody is this name that you're giving them? What's the reward? Oh, that's a bitch ass nigga. Okay, what did you earn by proclaiming this individual was a bitch ass nigga? And what will you earn try to go and prove that this a bitch ass nigga? I don't understand that about our people. Why do we have to always put our people through the test when it's so many other worthy causes we could spend our fucking time on collectively? It's so many other things happening in this world that we could spend our time on collectively. But nah, we're not gonna do that. So this man sneaking up on the side of the door, dog, I feared that I could have caught a case that night. But I also feared I could have also got hurt by a nigga just trying to see. By a nigga trying to see what's up. Let me see. Why do you even need to come fuck with me, my nigga? My nigga asked me to stay in the car. You know what I mean? He knew you niggas. He got out, he did what he did. Then he got back in the car. Now, when he got back in the car, he was on some Jekyll and Hyde shit. And I had a firm talk with him. I told him, I said, my nigga, I used to rock like that. You know what I mean? I used to rock like that. But rocking like that, I almost lost my fucking mind. So no longer will I put some kind of poison in my body that's gonna alter the way I think. You on your own with that. I say, now what I'm really about them boxes of CDs that we got in the back of the fucking Escalade, my nigga. I'm really about what's inside them boxes. Getting that out to the public. I say, when me and you connect, dog, let it be about music. Let it be about us spread our music to the public. And he like, man, where you coming from? What I'm trying to tell you is, I don't live that type of lifestyle no more. And I don't be around that type of shit. And he looked at me. He looked at me, he had like a little snarl on his face. But that nigga said, I respect that, my nigga. He said, I respect that. I said, I'm not gonna come around you trying to act like I'm a pimp. That's not my field of expertise. Can I? Have I ever? Who cares? But I'm real enough to tell you that's not my lane. I'm not finna pretend with you that I'm about this lifestyle and that lifestyle. Then when some shit go fucked up, now we both looking like asses. Nah, nigga. I'm a rap nigga. I sell this motherfucking music. All that gangster shit, all that street shit, all that terrible nigga shit, nigga, I done that shit already. And what I found out was that shit don't amount to shit. Nigga, when I was running them streets fucking off, I was always in debt and always in trouble. Paying the court, paying this fine, bonding out, spending money I ain't even got. Most of us young black males, black, brown, white, whatever, but mainly black and brown. Nigga, you can't even afford to be in trouble. Nigga, you can't even afford to be in trouble. But we let the illusion of the videos and the street and the lifestyle influence us like it's the thing to do. Jump off the cliff. Nah, nigga. I'm man enough and I'm strong enough to tell a nigga, don't jump off the cliff, dog. You jump off the cliff, you're gonna break your fucking neck. Back in the day, in the Roman time, they created these games to distract the people because they was robbing the people blind. They was taxing the people. The people were poor. The people were starting to come together and say, you know what? We need to rally together and go against the system that's fucking over us. But the system said, wait. Let's build a coliseum and have 12 days of games and give these motherfuckers bread, food, and entertainment. And you know what that did? It took their mind off of they were being fucked over. Some of the games consisted of slaves that they captured. They had them battling each other. Some inhumane shit. They maybe threw you a sword and had you defend yourself against a tiger. But let me show you something about a human being. As long as it's not their loved one or them in that position, they will cheer. They will celebrate your demise. People are entertained by your demise. It feel good. It feel good, the likes, the comments, the camaraderie, the acceptance, the pats on the back when you being the biggest fool. When you being the biggest fool, you're the most entertaining. and they will clap for you until you die. Then they will move on and find another fool to be entertained by. As young minds, we were foolish. We harmed our bodies with all sorts of drugs and alcohol and environments, and even dirty women. I regret some things, but if you showed me a video of myself doing some shit 30 years ago, like the Freaknik, I wouldn't give a fuck. But the things that I do regret is being such a hot dog. I kind of reflect sometime and I see the faces of some of the women, some of the bodies of some of the women that I laid down with to give me a slice of that kagogi because I thought I was horny. And some of these hoes were dogs. I say dogs because they was letting any and everybody hit. I wouldn't dare move like that these days. I'm gonna tell you why. Because I love and I respect myself. I love myself. So I ain't gonna lay down with no motherfucking dogs. Because when you lay down with dogs, nigga, you get up with fleas. But back to what I'm saying. I had to establish myself and let Ivory P know you a grown nigga. I'm not gonna tell you what to do, but I will tell you some of this shit I don't do. And some of this shit I ain't gonna do. I'm not gonna do nothing foolish to me or you to entertain you or anybody around you. So he dropped me off. He dropped me back to my car. And I hopped in my Cadillac. And I pulled up to the nearest store that had a bunch of people outside and it was popping. And I popped my motherfucking trunk and went to campaigning. Say man, check this out. Say this, what it is, boom, boom, boom. I got these here, they 10 money, you know what I'm saying? I got a UGK CD, man. I got a He's a Leo CD, man. I got a UGK Posse CD, man. I got hats, t-shirts, and guess what? We back to business. Now he hit me a couple days later. He said, my nigga, I want to sit down and talk to you, but we got to go to my office. I say, where's that? He say, the strip club. I say, cool, fuck it. We could do that. So we go to the strip club. And they had a watered down lavish buffet. I shouldn't even ate that shit. Shit tastes like good water. The chicken wings taste like they were soaked in water. The macaroni and cheese tastes like they were soaked in water. But it was good. I ain't gonna bullshit you. That shit was good. And we sat there and we ate and drank and we watched these whores. They had one whore in there so fine, the bitch was built like My Little Pony. The bitch was built like My Little Pony. But she had one of those disproportionate torsos. She had one of them little baby doll torsos, but she ain't had no chi-chi, no titties. And she had a tiny, tiny waist. And she had a beautiful face. And all that shit I'm talking about from her kagogi on up to under her little old breasted sis was flat than a motherfucking washboard. And that bitch had some hips that poked out like elbows and bows. Come on, man. That bitch had some hips that poked out like elbows and voles. And when she turned around, she had the most voluptuous, big old brown ass you ever could see on the bridge. And I held conversation with that bridge, but I ain't do no tipping. And she say, damn, y'all niggas look like y'all got all that paper. Why you ain't doing no tipping? I say, baby, I'm something like a pimp. And I ain't nothing like a trick. Come on, man. Then my nigga Pete told the bitch, sit down. And she sat on his lap. Before I knew it, P had been dropped so much game on that bitch, nigga. Bitch rated off. That bitch had her legs wide open. That nigga had damn near half his hand off him. That nigga had half his hand off and they could go, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, man, so, you know, we talked and he asked me more about the operation on, you know what I'm saying, recording and moving the units and, you know, how do I see profit in that shit? You know what I'm saying? Is that shit really doing so? And I told him and I broke it down for him. And he like, man, ain't nothing like that hoe money, man. Ain't nothing like that hoe money, man. I'm like, I feel you. Keep doing what you doing. But this is what I do for us. And that nigga told me. He said, man, I'm gonna buy 1,000 CDs for you to move. I want y'all to listen close. Man, let me know y'all niggas listening. Put an ear in the chat or chunk or do something. Let me know y'all listening. Cause I'm finna tell y'all some trill shit. R.I.P. to I repeat. Chunk or do something or put an ear in the chat. Let me know you're listening. Hit the like button, man. Cause the shit I'm finna tell you, man, you ain't gonna believe. You ain't even gonna believe it, man. I guess they ain't listening to this trill casting. Oh, hold on. I know Jesus Trevino listening. He put up a motherfucking ear and a deuce. Chunk of a deuce for the north and the south. You know what I'm saying? Hand purple. Okay, yeah. He listening. Okay. Uh-oh, we got a female in here, man. Come on, man. Welcome to the Trillcast, Tabitha Fletcher. So glad you could be here. Brandon Tillery in the building. Def Head in the building. Zay Sanchez in the building. Big Steve-O in the building, man. So, we sit down and we handle his business and shit. He flirting with this chick. He told that bitch he had a yacht. He told that bitch he had a mansion. Man, that nigga put so much Mac game on that girl, man. That girl, shit. That girl was in love with me too. She just loved us. So, he say, man, I'm gonna buy 1,000 CDs. He say, all I want you to do is give me about 200 of them hoes. He say, keep the rest. I say, what I owe you, dog? And nigga say, nothing. I don't think y'all understand that. And nigga bought 1,000 CDs. He said he was gonna buy 1,000 CDs. It was this project we had. I ain't gonna say which project. But he bought 1,000 of them bitches. I put the order in. About 2 weeks later, we picked them hoes up. All he took was one box. One box that consisted of 200 CDs. Told me to keep the rest. Told me to sell the shit and keep the money. Cause he respected that I fucked with that music like that and he wanted to see me win. R.I.P. to I repeat, man. That was some 2 trill ass shit. He ain't never asked me about that inventory. He ain't never asked me for none of the money. He meant exactly what he said. Sell that shit and keep all the money. Nigga, it don't get no triller than that. Yeah, nigga, I'm sitting up here in my feelings today thinking about the UGK Posse, thinking about Pimp C, Mama West, how we was having such a motherfucking good time. Yeah, it happens sometime, my nigga. But I ain't even gonna bullshit you. I'm glad I got y'all. I'm glad I got all this trill support. And we still building many years later. I'm glad. I'm glad, man.
Take him to church. Done it all. Touched it all.
I done done it all. Oh, I done done it all.
Done it all.
I put that on my hood, yeah. I grip it on my hood, yeah. I done done it all.
Done it all.
I done done it all.
He's
I put
asleep.
that on my hood, yeah. I grip it on my hood.
Let's go. Big faces, tight laces, it's paper I'm chasing. Large cases, I'm racing. No time for wasting. Plenty hate and conversation when you making a statement. I'd rather show, not tell, instead of waiting on placement. Took the bull by the horns, why you hate me for that? Had more niggas on my side when I was out selling crack. Taking penitentiary chances, yeah, my pockets were fat. My fam depending on me, I had to stop doing that. I'm trying to make my mama proud and enjoy my life. So much wrong I done done, I'm about to bust me a right. And I don't care who down or who knock my moves, cause on the cool, y'all fools want me to lose. You rather be in my shoes instead of rocking your own. I wish that all these fake niggas would just leave me alone and go on and find yourself a new motivator. I'm sick and tired of these marks and these bitch ass haters.
Oh, I done done it all. Ooh, I put that on my hood, yeah. I grip it on my hood, yeah. I done done it all. Oh, I done done it all. I put that on my hood, yeah. I grip it on my hood, yeah.
Yeah, man, say, I gotta bring y'all back to another little short story, man. This one by the Pimp. We sitting off in the studio, nigga. And it's chaotic than a bitch in the studio. And we supposed to been writing some rhymes, writing some raps to these tracks. Now, the tracks was playing in the background. All the while all this chaos going on, the beats is playing in the background. Now, while the tracks are being played in the background, you got niggas smoking blunts, drinking Red Bull. You got niggas having conversation. You got niggas smoking cigarettes. You got niggas walking in and out. And I'ma just be plain honest with you. I don't prefer a studio session like that. I don't prefer a studio session like that. Reason being is, it's too many distractions. It's too much noise. To me, I have to be really focused on what I'm doing or I'm gonna miss something. And then the next day when I listen to it, I'm be like, damn, then I'm gonna have to go back. So I be trying not to go back so many times. So I'm sitting where I'm sitting and all this shit going on, and I see Pimp. He ain't got no headphones on. He just steady looking at his paper, nodding his head, writing. So I say, man, let me go see if this nigga feeling like I'm feeling. I'm thinking I'm finna go get me an instant friend over there. So I go ask him. I say, dog, how you able to write with all this commotion going on, all this distraction going on? That shit ain't fucking up your focus. And that nigga had on them transition lens glasses. And cause we was indoors, them hoes was dark a little bit. And that nigga looked at me. That nigga ain't said one word. That nigga ignored the shit out of me and went back to writing. Come on, man. This nigga had a focus like none other. Now, was I able to adapt and finish what I need to finish during the commotion? Yeah. But is that my preference? No. Still to this day, my preference is one-on-one with the engineer, unless the producer is there also and he hears something and helps me co-produce the record. I don't like studio sessions with so much commotion. Now, if I'm not really recording on no serious shit, I don't give a damn what you're doing in that motherfucker. But if I'm trying to get certain shit across and make sure I get the best takes, I ain't with all that commotion. But Pimp sat there and wrote his shit, looked at me like, nigga, I can't even hear you right now. I'm not focused on them or that bullshit you talking about. I ain't focused on none of it. But those were the times, man. Mama West, Pimp C, UGK, Posse, making moves, shows, showing up. Everybody, look, nigga, one time we showed up, everybody had on different color UGK record Dickies. That nigga say, boy, we look like a pack of 9 ladies. I remember that nigga Bankroll Jones. That nigga had on a green one, not no emerald green, almost like a teal green. Had that bitch decorated like a motherfucker. Nigga had on a Gucci Kango with that bitch. I normally wore my navy blue one or my royal blue one or my black one that Pimp C gave me with all the medals on it, or a badass red one, or a badass red one. Now, I got a white one twice. That white one with the maroon, gold, and white on that bitch. I had to get that hoe twice because I gave that bitch away at different shows. But let me tell you about another extraordinary player out the camp. That nigga VI, bro. That nigga vicious. That nigga vicious, man. If you ain't never laughed hard to where your side tightened up and you felt like you was hurting yourself, nigga, if you ever would have been around Vicious, that nigga would have bust your side. That nigga had a sense of humor like none other. I'm talking about big old tall gangster nigga, mouth full of platinum and diamonds, clown like a motherfucker, man. This nigga would clown like a motherfucker. Nigga, I remember when I first started riding with them niggas. I first hop in with them niggas. We going to Louisiana. and I'm sitting in the passenger side, and I'm just chilling. I'm witnessing Vicious and his partners, how they conduct themselves. So early on, like these niggas is throwing slugs at each other left and right. But I don't know nobody but Vicious, so I'm trying to stay neutral. I ain't laughing. I ain't participating. So all of a sudden, one of them niggas farted. One of them niggas farted. And that nigga Vicious say, that shit smell good. What kind of perfume that is, bitch? Nigga say, oh, bitch, you must want some dick, huh? Nigga say that asshole queefing. Man, I ain't never heard no niggas play like that, dog. I couldn't hold it no more. I bust out laughing, man, and them niggas start talking about, oh yeah, cutting you grin you in, you grin you in, you grin. I say, man, what type of bullshit you hoe ass niggas on? Them niggas talking about, nigga, you over there grinning and skinning, nigga, you grin you in. I say, man, fuck y'all niggas. I don't play that whole ass shit. But because I laughed, supposedly that opened me up for them niggas to start trying to play games with me. But that shit was crazy, man. We rode, I forgot where we went. I think we went to like Opelousas somewhere. Man, the whole damn trip there, them niggas was capping on each other. The whole trip back, them niggas was capping on each other. But I gotta tell y'all this. You could only get this here shit from the trio cast. Nigga, one day, I seen Pimp and Vicious have little, heated conversations. But one day, them niggas got in an all-out motherfucking argument, man. That shit was ugly. But I'm glad I was there, because during the argument, everybody was just watching and listening. But they was trading so many slugs at each other. Tom like, man, I know these niggas got love for each other, so they just mad. Somebody gonna have to be the bigger man and just stop. I'm gonna tell you what it was about. Vicious did a show in Louisiana, and he brought Pimp down. He got too big of an arena, and he did it during the daytime, and there was too many police at the event because it was in a nice civic center. So a lot of the gangsters was pulling up, seeing all them police and leaving. How I know this, because I was outside transporting gear and CDs and different things to set up a merch table. I also was gonna perform. But everybody who was coming up, some people were just coming to buy merch and leave. But what I heard 90% of the time, each of the individuals would say, man, it's too many laws around here. Oh, it's too hot. Damn, why he threw it over here? So to wrap it up, the show was not a success. It was a whole lot of rappers there, but it wasn't a lot of attendees. It wasn't a lot of fans. So the show lost a lot of money, lost big. So when we went back to the hotel, Vicious and Pimp was having a discussion. And that bitch just started turning heated than a motherfucker. At first it was some ha-ha in there, some ha-ha hee-hee. But then all the ha-ha hee-hee went out the window and out the door. And there was a bunch of loud motherfucking barking from that yellow red nigga and a whole bunch of fangs hanging out his mouth, platinum diamonds showing from that tall, dark-skinned nigga. Them niggas were barking at each other like dogs. So I said, before this shit go too far, I'ma intervene, throwing my neck out there like I always do with my big dumb ass. I ain't know how that shit was gonna go, but I said I'ma intervene because nobody else. Now I ain't gonna say nobody else. I'm pretty sure Bundy told them niggas to cut their shit out, but Bundy told me them niggas used to always do that back in the day. So I'm pretty sure Bundy told them niggas to cut their shit out that wasn't for them, and he left it at that. But nobody else was able to turn that shit off. So I fucked around and jumped up and jumped in the middle of that shit and told them niggas they both was tripping. I say, y'all niggas know y'all got love for each other, man. Both y'all niggas tripping. I said, man, I'm finna get the fuck out of here, man. I'm finna go to the store. I say, Vicious, man, come with me to the store, nigga. Let's go get something to drink. Let's go get some cigarettes or something. And that nigga looked at me, and the nigga Pimp said, yeah, you better get that whole ass nigga out of here. Fuck you, nigga, you know what I'm saying? So I pull Vicious up out that bitch and we go to the store. We go to some hood store and shit, nigga. We go get some 40 ounces in that hole. Nigga, we ain't even left the parking lot of the store. That nigga Vicious cracked that bitch and hit that hole so hard. Nigga damn near drunk half of that hole. Nigga fired up one of them squares. And nigga say, man, he's Leo. I'm telling you, man. Man, he's Leo. I'm one of the ones. He's a Leo. I'll go there with a nigga, man. I'll go there with a nigga. I say, nigga, we all will go there with a nigga. I say, but that's your homeboy. That's your nigga. You know what I mean? The shit y'all arguing about, nigga, it could be fixed. But don't have them type of thoughts about your partner, my nigga. Like, y'all arguing over some bullshit. That shit could be fixed. I say, nigga, drink your beer and chill the fuck out. By the time we go back to the room, that shit gonna be the beating died down, and y'all figure out the solution to that shit. And that nigga looked at me, man. Now I'm his little brother because he older than me. And nigga looked at me. Nigga drank his beer. I drank my beer. We talked, had a good time. I think I even smoked one of them funky ass cigarettes. And we went back to the hotel. When we got back to the hotel, conversation was dead. I know they worked it out somehow because we were right back to being who we were right before that, never missing a beat. And if you notice, he took Vicious to BET. Vicious was his go-to man. He knew Vicious was hard. He knew the streets loved Vicious. You know what I mean? And he fucked with Vicious heavy, man. But that was a time I felt like I had to stick my neck in that game before that shit got out of hand. I don't know why, man. This off the subject of some UGK Posse shit, but this just one of them times. We was in the streets, man, in my hometown. And some niggas I knew, like they was having some real beef, some heated up, fucked up ass, dumb ass beef, man. And I knew both parties. I knew both parties well. And so they scheduled to go to this area and host this brawl, just one-on-ones. Like we're gonna pull up and meet each other and everybody gonna fight. At that age, nigga, we getting money, my nigga. We get motherfucking money, man. We solving problems. We taking care of business. I'm talking about folks coming up crying, I can't pay my bill. And we knocking that shit out. Cutting people water back on. Like we really doing some heroic shit in the hood. But y'all niggas want to pull up on each other. Y'all grown niggas want to take the time out of y'all day and pull up on each other and go to war. I couldn't fathom that. I couldn't wrap my mind around it. So I said, I'm gonna come. I said, I'm gonna come too. And when I showed up, the other guys hadn't pulled up yet. But they was calling. Like, hey, we was trying to meet y'all over here, but y'all niggas ain't over here. Where y'all niggas at? Nigga like, nah, nigga, we over here. Nigga like, all right, we on our way. Them niggas pulled up. 2 carloads deep. And the main 2 niggas who was gonna set it off first, they just kind of walking around each other in a circle, sizing each other up. And I'm looking at all these young black males looking at each other like this is really a war and we're about to attack each other over absolutely nothing, just ego. Who this nigga think he is type shit. These niggas don't know me type shit. Just straight ego. We about to fuck each other up. So many motherfucking pistols around. Then I just finally said, fuck it. Nigga, I got in the middle of each one of them dudes. And I told them niggas how neither one of them had nothing to prove to the people watching, to me, or to themselves. You ain't got shit to prove to this nigga. This nigga ain't got nothing to prove to you. Why in the fuck are you niggas at each other's throats? Come to find out, man, them niggas ain't had a good reason for none of that shit. I told them, if y'all could find a good reason why this shit about to go down, I'm finna shut the fuck up and get out the way. But all them niggas could talk about was, this nigga was looking at me crazy at the club. So a nigga looking at you crazy at the club, you niggas finna start World War I and II and III? Man, if y'all don't get y'all motherfucking ass back in that car on this beautiful day and go get some fucking money and find some hoes to fuck, nigga, is you niggas retarded? That day, I was able to stop that motherfucking war. And when I stopped that war, everybody dissipated, got back in their cars, and went on about their fucking business. A little later, them niggas had to shoot.
Yeah, yo. He's late. Let's go. So you still dig my country slang, my Texas twang, my slabbed out car, and my southern ass draw. My beats and my chain and the ice in my grill. Country slang, motherfucker, yeah, we still here. So you still dig my country slang, my Texas twang, my slabbed out car, and my southern ass draw. My beats and my chain and my ice in my grill. Country slang, motherfucker, yeah, we still here. I'm still here and I'm shining like I promised, my nigga. Vote for me, I'ma win like Obama, my nigga. I'm a country ass Bama with some city slicking ways. I can survive anywhere. Give me a couple of days. Drop me off at any hood and check back in the month. I bet my pockets will be fat, my stomach will be plump. I ain't a chump. I'm known to make the whole club jump. From the pistol grip pump, all them beats that bump. Coming down like a hailstorm. Yeah, I bomb. My best option now is for me to remain calm. If you make
make a nigga lose it, I ain't cutting the rug. I'ma catch a nigga slipping, I'ma cut up a thug. Can you still dig my country slang, my Texas twang, my slab that car, and my southern ass drop. My piece and my chain and the ice in my grill. Country slang, motherfucker, yeah, we still here. So you still dig my country slang, my Texas twang, my slab that car, and my southern ass drop. My piece and my chain and my ice in my grill. Country slang, motherfucker, yeah, we still here.
Yeah, yo, had to put a little country. Hey, boy, had to put a little country slang in your ear hole, man. But I wanted to talk about something else, and I'm gonna wrap this up, man. But I wanted to talk about something else. I saw a story about a 16-year-old boy being shot, I believe in Kansas. They said that he was looking to pick up his younger siblings, but he mistaken the house that he went to, thinking that was the house where his little brothers was at. And all he did, supposedly, was ring the doorbell. Once he rung the doorbell, he was shot twice. Now this kid was black. The shooter was an elderly white man, allegedly. They haven't even showed who he is or said his name. But they say that's the dynamics of it. It was a white man, 80 years old, and it was a little kid. Rang his doorbell. He just at the wrong house. How does that turn into almost an attempted murder? How many times have somebody knocked on your door talking about, would you like to change your life over the Latter-day Saints, Jesus Christ? You know who them people is? Them people that be walking and shit, them Pentecostal people, or them Latter-day Saints people that be in them bikes and shit, knocking on your door with some Bibles and shit. Or just somebody who got the wrong house, man. You know what I'm saying? Now, I answer my door with that issue anyway. But I don't just bust the motherfucker if you knock on my door or ring the doorbell. I just answer that bitch with that issue just in case you want some. You might want a little lead in your diet. But this 80-year-old man, he bust that pistol and shot that baby. Now the community is in an uproar, as they should be. Because check this out. He was taken in for questioning, but he was released. He was taken in for questioning and released to go home. All I'm gonna do is ask you this. Let's say that child was white. Let's say the shooter was a black man. Do you think he would have been taken in for questioning and released? Talking about until further investigation. When I saw that shit, man, it blew my nerves. It just shot my mind through the roof. But one thing I gotta say, that community is banding together. They are marching. They are screaming for justice. They are protesting. And I give them a round of applause. Because, man, sometimes you just get so sick of this shit. So sick of this shit, man. And I appreciate Sean King and Benjamin Crump. They're always crusading, jumping on top of racial inequality and racial justice. They're always seeking justice for the families that's been treated unjust. People talk down on them. But what are you doing? What are you doing? Everybody want to talk down on Benjamin Crump. But he's sticking his neck out. So yeah, he should get his percentage off of every case that he represents. He's doing a very dangerous job. And it's always people got something to say that don't want to stand for what's right. No child should be shot down like that, like a dog. No matter what race, what creed, no child should be treated like that. But in the United States of America, it's no big deal when niggas get hit up like that. They tell us all the time, Black lives don't matter. Because I tell you one motherfucking thing, let that would have been a nigga shot a little white boy. All motherfucking hell would have broke loose in Kansas City. All motherfucking hell would have broke loose.
Yeah, yo. It's still long little pimp. Know I'm talking about, bitch. It's still free young pimp. Unfortunately. Smoke some, bitch. Gripping on the wood, ballin' in the slant. This is not a song, my nigga, this a chain. Players from the south, still poppin' now.
Nigga, we young niggas, fat big killers, got big ass diamonds off in their
mouth. Gripping on the wood, ballin' in the slant. This is not a song, my nigga, this a chain. Players from the south, still poppin' now.
Nigga, we young niggas, fat big killers, got big ass diamonds off in their
mouth. Rep for Tony Snow, you should know that, bitch. Boys think I oughta quit, I ain't about to stop shit. In my Cadillac, full tank of gas, white bitch with a fat ass. Bitch know that I manage good, that's why I get all the cash. Stand up on my paper route, I don't need no fucking clout. Niggas know that I'm really trill, not tell them what the fuck you bout. I'm bout getting paper. Brave enough to take that risk, jump up in that shark water and come back with a fillet of fish. Sliding off in that photo, flag me down, that's a no-no. I just might pull your hoe and pull up to that Momo. What you got? I got a Coco, a yellow girl and a thick snow. Don't make me, no, never mind. Just get up out them panties, ho. I stay up on them baddest in them trio gear thongs. When I see a fine time to make these country ass songs, I'm reppin' for the home. That's that PA to the T. Boys oughta know by now that they can't fuck with he's elite. Gripping on the wood, ballin' in the slant. This is not a song, my nigga, this a chain. Players from the south, still poppin' now.
Nigga, we young niggas, fat big killers, got big ass diamonds off in their mouth.
Yeah, man, say, I don't mean no disinfect, man. We done sat up here and trail casted and lasted. But one thing I didn't do, man, was see if anybody had a question or anybody wanted to ask anything about the UGK Posse. I ain't mean to drop that on y'all, man. It's just what was on my mind. And I wanted to bring it to the trio cast because I know it was a safe place. But anybody got a question, man, now is the time. Let me check the comments and see what the business is started now. You know what I'm talking about? If anybody got a question, go on, hit me up right now. I'm ready and I'm willing. Let's see what we got right here. Have the bond out and have his court date if the races were different. Yeah, shit, nigga probably die in jail. Nigga probably die straight up in the jailhouse. Nigga probably be half dead on the way to the jailhouse. Straight up. Half dead on the way to the jailhouse. Getting tired of the bullshit. Straight business. Let me see. They're out here trying to make a change, make a difference to put the end to this. Yeah, it's some hateful shit going on. Plenty hateful acts. We can't make excuses for evil like that. If you that goddamn scared, nigga, go live in a goddamn rubber room or something. You scared every time somebody ring your doorbell. Now don't get me wrong. Somebody knock on my door, I got that pistol ready. But I ain't just gonna bust that bitch, you know what I mean? Now if it's a threat behind ding dong, yeah, nigga, I'ma bust that bitch. But I ain't just finna bust a bitch because you appear. You're that scared of why are people so scared of us? Why are people so scared of us? We didn't capture nobody and keep them in captivity for 400 years. You know what I mean? We ain't did a motherfucking thing to nobody. But we the assailants all the time. Man, why y'all got me back on that, man? Let's get back on the UGK Posse shit, man. Let's get back on the UGK Posse shit, man. Come on, man. We'll get on that. But let's get back on this UGK Posse shit. Anybody got a question? Anybody got a question about that UGK Posse shit? That's what we talking about. We're back talking about that UGK Posse shit. If we ain't got no questions, man, what we gonna do is wrap it up. I wanted to come through and fool with y'all because I'm cool with y'all. Yeah. YouTube is on my ass. Let me see. Candy Car Billy Cook. Yeah, nigga, yeah, claim it. It's my motherfucking record. I don't care, claim it. All you gonna do is pay me anyway. So hey, claim it. But yeah, man, we trill casting and lasting, man. It's your player partner, he's elite, man. Y'all always be on the lookout, man, for the best part of waking up, man. That's just getting up, getting crunk, getting ready for the day, working out, you know what I'm saying, getting to work, at work, on your way to work, whatever it is. It's all about going get it, and come back with it. You know what I'm talking about? It's grown man business over here. Come on, man. You know what it's hitting for. And we trill casting and lasting, and we ain't gonna stop. If you don't have the new t-shirts, go to the website, trillgear.biz. If you don't have the music, go to the Bandcamp. Everything is on iTunes, on every platform. If you want us to keep growing, getting bigger and bigger, and keep making things happen, man, keep the support coming. I ain't doing no begging, but I am reminding you, man, this how the wheels keep rolling, man. This how we keep the wheels greased. Keep on coming with it, man. And we're going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and do more shit. It's your boy, he's the leader, Jug Master. Know what I'm talking about? It is what it is. It's going to be what it's going to be, and it's going to do what it's going to do. Know what I'm talking about? Long Little Pimp and Mama West. Free young pimp. I'm out.